Hi everybody, it's going to be a little bit different video. I need your help. I'm requesting help on this. I'm having troubles with the Atlas GP40 that I just bought. I tried to film an operating session with it, sort of show it off with the sound. I gave up. I mean, I can't get it to run. It just stalls and stalls and stalls in the same spots. And I was in Chillicothe, obviously, and so I pull out other engines, they'll sail right through those spots. The GP40 stops at the same spot every time. I pulled out my soldering iron and started reworking. Maybe a solder joint went bad here. Maybe I've got a cold solder joint or something. Can't get to stop. I did 3 or 4 hours. It's very frustrating because I love the engine. The engine sounds great. It looks fantastic. I really, want to be able to use it. But to me, if an engine won't run good, it's useless. I have a slow speed switching layout, and so I don't need an engine that'll run on through trains and consists. I need something that'll creep, like the GP7 that I have, and like the other engines that you've seen me use lately. So I'm going to show you 5 engines over the same piece of track, and one is a GP40, and so you can see what I'm talking about. In the next video, I'm going to tell you what I've done to the engine and to the track. So if I missed anything, let me know. But let me zoom in on the engine and the piece of track, and you can see I'll tell you what I've done, and then I'll show you the videos. Okay, I don't like using Bright Boys. I decided I was never going to use Bright Boy again after watching some of these track cleaning videos. But if you paint or you get glue on it, maybe ballast, you might have to use a Bright Boy if it's something not more than just dirt. So I have a Bright Boy. I Bright Boyed the crap out of this. Also use the CRC contact cleaner on a rag. You'll see these marks here. Let me pan down. Okay. These marks, when I'm running the engine this way, the front pilot stops right there every time. If I'm coming the opposite direction, the front of the pilot is there every time for the B&O. Again, the other engines don't do it. I have cleaned the inside of both rails. Okay, so I got paint on it, something like that. I've cleaned the inside of both rails. This is a turnout, obviously. So I have, flipped the turnout. I've gotten down in here, made sure that connection is good. I've cleaned the inside of this rail. Made sure it's good connection. I've cleaned the inside of this and this. Of course, it doesn't matter I'm not going that way with it, but I never have it, I can't say it. It will occasionally stall just on a piece of straight track. Not having a turnout at all. But obviously a turnout is where most locomotives stall. This turnout has no special wiring. It's DCC friendly. It doesn't have to have special wiring. The frog is not energized. It is a metal frog on this, but it's insulated, from both sides. Every other engine I have will run perfect through here. Will crawl through here. Not at 60 miles an hour, it will crawl through here. So I don't really know what to do. I don't feel like it's completely the engine's fault. I always feel like, maybe my track work could be a little bit better. But man, I'm just at a wit's end as to what to do. Now, I have ordered some of the no-ox stuff, that Ron's trains. Sorry, kick the tripod. I really don't think when you have brand new track and perfectly clean wheels that you should need the no-ox. I think the no-ox is something that keeps you from having to clean track over a period of time. It just reduces the maintenance. I don't feel like the no-ox is going to improve this, and I don't feel like it should have to improve it. I've got a brand new engine on perfectly clean track. I shouldn't need no-ox. So let me show you the videos, and Okay, and what I'm looking for are suggestions on what to do with this thing. I don't have an NMRA wheel gauge. But I do have a wheel gauge. I'll sort of show you. So Lombard Hobbies sent me this. I bought something from them. Matter of fact, that's who I bought the engine from. Because I try to not buy everything from the same person. I mean, most of the time I buy stuff from Midwest and Pfeiffer Hobbies, but they didn't have this engine in stock, so I searched around, found it at Lombard. So it has a N-scale wheel gauge on it, on the end. And to me, one set of the trucks is a little narrow. When I say when it's a little narrow, it's got the notches here, and the flanges don't. Well, I'll never get focused on that. The flanges to me don't seem like they bottom out in the notches. Could that be it? I don't know. I haven't checked the other locomotives to see if they're the same way. But before I send it back to Atlas, and whether I should send it back to Atlas, I don't know. You know, I mean, I'm always real careful when I weather an engine. Think, well, am I going to get some weathering somewhere and screw it up where it doesn't run right? But it didn't run. Basically, you know, I didn't do an exhaustive test on it before I weathered it, which I wish I would have now. I wish I would have tried to run an operating session with it before I weathered it. But I took the shell and everything completely off. So there's no spray, dull coat on anything. I mean, it's all gone. You know, the trucks and the fuel tank, well, I took the fuel tank off and to weather it, but the trucks were just dry brushed. Never got anything inside, you know, near the wheels. When I clean the wheels a bunch when I'm done anyhow. So let me play the videos, and then I will be very interested in your input. Before I start, I'm going to keep an open mind, but please do not suggest rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol is not good for model trains. It's been proven and proven and proven. CRC is much better. You know, Ron's Trains and Things said mineral spirits is probably even better with no ox, but no, I did not use rubbing alcohol, and I'm not going to use rubbing alcohol to clean it. Rubbing alcohol is very high content of water in it, and you don't. It's not good. So if you're using rubbing alcohol, continue to use it. If you like it, continue to use it. But please don't comment that, oh, you need to use rubbing alcohol, because I'm not going to. So besides that, I'll be pretty open-minded. So let's show you the videos. Every time. This is where the front end was going forward. Every time. That's where the front end is going backwards. Kato and W2. Okay, forgive the handheld here for a second. It's something that I noticed, which again doesn't affect the operation of the other locomotives, but this is the mark, and the engine is sitting where it stalls every time going that way. Notice that the rear truck is on the frog. When it's coming backwards, the front of the engine is here, so it is sitting on the frog, but the rear of the engine is just on straight track. There's nothing here, so all 8 wheels should be picking up power, but it appears that, you know, I can't say, well, the front truck's not picking up power, because if that was true, it should still move here. It should still be going this way because the rear truck is picking up power. Rear truck's not picking up power. That's fine, because the front truck should be picking up power from here. So it's just weird that one of the trucks is on the frog every time. Now it goes through other turnouts, you know, okay. And you saw the other 4 engines go through here. So could it be some disconnect between, I don't know, between the 2 trucks? You know, I don't know. I don't know how these things are wired or, you know, anything, but it does seem sort of funny that when it stalls, every time in the same spot, one of the trucks is sitting on the frog, or, you know, and but it's not the same truck. So I can't say it's the rear truck not picking up power or the front truck's not picking up power. Guess what? An amazing coincidence. After I filmed the other videos, I took our other dog for a walk. When I got back, the mail had run, and I have my no locks. So I'm going to watch Ron's video. I'm going to do exactly what Ron said. I'm going to put the B&O engine on there and see if it fixes the problem. Okay, so I watched Ron's video. I cleaned all the tracks in Oak Hill with mineral spirits on a rag. I cleaned the locomotive wheels with mineral spirits. Again, I just put it on the track and let the, you know, wheels turn. And I don't care how much you clean the track. When you do this, you're always going to get something on a rag. But after I cleaned the track with the mineral spirits, I put the no-ox on. just the way he describes. Basically, you just take this stuff and you just put a little bit on your finger. You rub it on top of the rail. You don't want to leave a residue. It's a very light coat. And you run the engine back and forth over it a few times. So I've done that. So I'm pretty sure I already know what's going to happen because I've already tried it, to be honest with you. But I'm going to show you. So we will turn the sound on. Now remember, this is where the front of the engine stops every time. Point of that screwdriver. And the rear truck is on the frog. You notice it really hesitated, but it did make it through. And actually, first time I did it, it did not make it through. But I'd have to say that's an improvement. I have to be fair in the evaluation. Okay, so let's go the other way. So this is where the front of the engine is. Stopped every time when it went the other way. Again, I'm just doing the increment fast, and I'm putting it on speed step 10. Hesitated, but it went on through. I can live with that. I can live with the hesitation. Yeah, especially because the sound did not cut out because it was such a brief hesitation. Okay, so let's do it again. Go back the other way. So again, I'm looking for the front to be there if it stalls or if the sound cuts out. Big improvement. All right. Let's go back. Again, the front should be at the point of the screwdriver if it stalls or sound cuts out. Sound blipped a little bit, but overall, that's a huge improvement. To be honest with you, I'm shocked. I did not anticipate that. Again, with a brand new engine and basically new track, you know, that hasn't had a bright boy used on it a million times. A bright boy had never touched it until today. Because I knew someone was going to say, use a bright boy, use a bright boy. I said, okay, I'm going to use a bright boy on it. You know, because there's no ballast, there's no glue on this track, so, you know, it had never been ballasted. So I'm really shocked. I'm going to do it one more time just because I can't believe it. Okay, so again, if it's there. Well, Benjamin Horn, I owe you an apology because I said, okay, I'll try this no-ox stuff, but I don't think it's going to work in this case. And evidently, I'm wrong again. Well, there it stalled. Nope, but it kept going. But it stalled long enough for the sound to cut out. So again, with this new Atlas engine, you have to hit 8 twice to get to come back on, which I don't like. But huge improvement, huge improvement. So I'm a believer in the no-ox. I'm going to clean my track with mineral spirits. I'm going to put Chillicothe. I'm going to put no-ox on it, and I'm going to retire the CRC cleaner until I actually, I'm just going to retire it. It's going to go in the garage, because next time I clean my track, I'll use mineral spirits. So I hope this helped. Really, I'm just being honest with you. I'm shocked. I thought there was no way this was going to work, and it did. So I'm very pleased. So maybe in my next operating session, you'll actually see the B&O engine. So everybody stay safe.